Hello everybody, welcome back to High Five Resale Shop. Today do a little video about what I sold over the weekend. Sold 24 items over the weekend. Wanted to show you what they were so that you could also go out and look for these items so you could sell them on eBay if you're interested. If you've never been to the channel before, my name is Derek, father of four, stay-at-home dad, and I'm a full-time eBay reseller. I've been on eBay for 17 years now, and we sell predominantly clothing. I kind of specialize in women's clothing. That's crazy, but I do. I just found that to be simple for me. And right now, I'm kind of media heavy. I have bought a CD store out, and I'm selling the CDs off from that store. I also, right before that, had a audiobook on CD purchase that I made. So audiobooks, CDs. I do have books in my store, a lot of clothes, a lot of women's clothes for the most part. There's a piece of men's clothing that did sell today that'll be going out. I'm trying to think, and some knickknacks. I want to be the video game guy. I'm not the video game guy, and I am not the comic book guy. I do know sports memorabilia, and I'm trying to work to get a lot of sports memorabilia that might be able to show you in the next couple shows. But that hasn't happened just yet, so we'll cross our fingers to see if that can happen. If it does happen, that's God's will. But let's get to it. Let's see what sold over the weekend, and we are going to start from the bottom and go to the top. So the first item that sold is this Muse CD. This sold for $5 plus shipping on top. The next item that sold is this REM CD, Out of Time. I don't know if you know this CD, but this one has Radio Song, which is a good song. Losing My Religion, very big song for them at the time. Shiny Happy People, and I always like Dennis Leary. I want all the shiny people over here, and I want all the happy people over here. Please separate. Trying to see if there's anything else on here. No, that's all the good songs on this Out of Time album. This sold for $2 plus shipping. You may ask, why would I sell something for $2 plus shipping? First of all, those are my CD. That's actually my CD that I bought way back in the day. And sometimes it's just like, get the stuff out of your house kind of deal. And I know I can only get $1 or 50 cents for it at a garage sale, so I made $2 right there. And it doesn't take much work at all. If you want to start somewhere, CDs are the place to start. Books and CDs. Because there is an auto population field for eBay, and they put in most of the information for you, so it takes a lot less time. You get more up in a shorter amount of time, and you can kind of learn as you go through that. So that's a really good place to start. DVD market, I wouldn't start there. There's really not a lot of DVDs that are worth anything. But books and CDs, you can find some that are worth something. It might take some digging though. The next item is this Merona sweatshirt, 2XL. This is $5 plus shipping. And the next is another CD. This is the game Born to Rap. This sold for $5 plus shipping. It's new, new sealed. The next person bought two items. They bought this Chris Cornell album, No One Sings Like You Anymore. I actually never seen this before. Chris Cornell's songbook is really good. But this one has some interesting titles on the back. Nothing Compares to You is the one that jumps out at me right away. Chris Cornell, gone way too soon. Really amazing singer. And then the second one that person bought was Jack White, Lazaretto. Of course, Lazaretto is the title track. That's a really good song on here. 2 CDs, save on shipping for me, $6 for the customer. I probably have to refund them a couple bucks on shipping if I haven't already done so. The next item, Neil Young, Harvest Moon. Obviously, Harvest Moon is probably the best song on here. $6, no, $7 plus shipping, sorry. Okay, the next thing is a 4K Ultra DVD, James Bond, No Time to Die. So this has the 4K Ultra in it and a Blu-ray and a digital code. I don't know if the digital code works, if somebody already snagged it or whatever, but that sold for $4 plus shipping. The next item, it was a good, really good clothing sale or dollar amount. So this is a Chico's size 3, which is like an extra large. It's like a silk blouse, polka dotted, black polka dot. That sold for $30 plus shipping. So that was a really good sale right there. That pumped up the sales for the day. The next item was pretty good for a CD. This is My Chemical Romance, May Death Never Stop You. I don't know if this is the greatest hits of them or what. Not really know a lot of My Chemical Romance songs. This one sold for $14.25 plus shipping, so that is a pretty good sale for that, for a CD. The next is an audiobook, Stephen Cannell, On the Grind. I still have one of these for sale up. This sold for $3.99 plus shipping. The next one is this Reba McEntire number ones. It's got 2 CDs with 25 tracks on it, because she has had a lot of number 1 hits. $5 plus shipping. It's got on here man, I don't recognize almost any of these songs. I hope the person is happy with this when they got it. I hope they're happy with it when they get it, because I don't recognize very much on the back of that. The next item, I bought this 2 weekends ago at a garage sale for $1. It's got a lot of water damage to the artwork here. There's a crack in the case, but the disc looked perfect, and it's got its manual and this product registration card in it. Still, it's a gateway game, I think, to an online game, Final Fantasy Seekers of Adalun. That sold for $6 plus shipping, so I turned $1 into $6. It's not much, but they add up over time. The next one, this is a good one. This is Essential Toto. This sold for $5 plus shipping. I'm gonna have to send another case with this because it does have this crack up here, if you can see that right there. So I'll send them another jewel case so that they can switch it out, but I didn't want to open it up. Of course, Toto has Hold the Line and Rosanna and Africa. Let's see, anything else on here? On the Run. which is a live version on here. So good stuff on here if you like 80s music. Let's see. I don't know much about this person. It's another CD, Keaton Henson, Kindly Now CD. That Toto sold for $5. If I didn't say that, I apologize. This one sold for $3 plus shipping. It is open, previously used. The next item is a shirt down here. This Jacqueline Smith, new with tags, green, like casual shirt. That's sold for $7 plus shipping. The next item is this David Crosby CD. David Crosby, this sold for $5, plus shipping. And I don't recognize any of the songs on there. $5 plus shipping. It's brand new, sealed. The next item is a piece of clothing again. Where's the top? Okay, so it's like a large duster type of cardigan. Not really sweater material, but it's J. Jill from the Wherever collection. It's an extra large. It's got these fancy little buttons down at the bottom, but it's just kind of your black piece that you put over anything in the winter, when it gets to be fall and winter. Wear around the office or whatever. That sold for $21. That was a really good clothing sale. The next item is this Godsmack CD. It sold for $6.50. I don't know this Godsmack CD. Never heard it. So I couldn't tell you what the really good songs are on it. All I know is their first album. Let's see here. The next item, that Godsmack CD, was $6.50 plus shipping on top. The next item is this Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl, brand new. It doesn't have any tags. It's like from one of these guys who sell on the side of the road kind of deal. This sold for $8.99 the day after the Chiefs kind of wet the bed. It looked like they had been out partying, or they weren't acclimated to the elevation in Denver yesterday. They really played a poor game. Pardon me. I just happened to sit down and watch that game yesterday. The next item, it sold for $2 plus shipping. Another one of those where I would have made $1 or 50 cents on this. Who knows if anybody would have bought it at a garage sale. So I'll take a couple bucks for it. Ivy, Apartment Life. I don't know anything about this band. And that sold for $2. This Green Day album sold for $6. Green Day, Greatest Hits, God's Favorite Band. It's got all of them. So Longview, Welcome to Paradise, Basket Case, When I Come Around, Brain Stew, Hitchin' a Ride, Good Riddance, Minority, American Idiot, Boulevard of Broken Dreams, 21 Guns. Just, that's a steal for all those songs. $6 plus shipping. The next one is also $6 plus shipping. Connie Francis Gold. I gotta say, I don't know anything about Connie Francis. So, $6 plus shipping. And two more items. This sold for $17 plus shipping. I bought this for $1 at a garage sale. It's a little camouflage duster. It's got no brand on it, but it's like a woodland camo. This sold for $17 plus shipping. And the last item is this Avenged Sevenfold Nightmare CD. It sold for $5 plus shipping. Don't know anything about that band. It's after my heavy metal experience time. What did I want to talk about? I wanted to talk about, just in case you don't understand, shipping on top. So all these orders, the customer pays the shipping after they paid whatever the price is. I said they pay the shipping. Usually on these discs, it's $3.80, $3.65 or something like that. So I incorporate that into my price in terms of like to be the number one seller at the top. I back off my price $3.70 to come down and be at the top, the premier spot to, get sold. Somebody can always come in behind me and lower their price. That's fine. But I try to be at the top when I put up the listing. You might say, why don't you just do free shipping like everybody else or like a lot of people? And it got very convoluted when USPS changed their shipping rates recently. So I just changed everything over. I used to do free shipping on a lot of stuff, and I just changed everything over to shipping on top. When you keep it simple, either do free shipping on everything or you don't do free shipping. So I know there's a guy on YouTube, he does free shipping on everything. So even the big huge record player that he sends out, he incorporates the shipping charge into the price that he's putting it up for. He wants to be number one, but he won't pick up the item if he doesn't think he could ship it and make a profit. Now, there's another guy on YouTube that I watch, and he does shipping on top on everything. So even if the other person does free shipping, they just back their price off. So when the price is put there, and then you put the shipping on top, it's still lower than the last person's best offer. So there's many ways to go about doing it. The other thing I wanted to touch on today is if you are starting out on eBay, you don't have to have any fancy stuff. I still use my phone to take pictures. The pictures on these, the cameras on these phones just keep getting better and better. When I first started, I had a camera that I dedicated just to eBay pictures, and that worked out great. And then I just switched over to my phone one day. Most of the time, it's my wife like saying, "Hey, why don't you just try this? Why don't you just try this? Why don't you just try this?" And finally I do, and I'm like, oh, this makes it a little bit more streamlined, a lot less little hoops to jump through. So I finally did use my phone, and I liked what happened with it. But I can't use my phone to list things. It's just too difficult for me. I'm really fast typer. I'm a terrible, I got really fat thumbs, so I screw up typing things on the phone all the time. So I like doing it at a computer at a desk. This way I can have my listing on this screen over here, and then back here on this other screen right there I have my music. So I just scroll through and I just play different music while I'm doing that. And I find enjoyment through that. Searching through albums, looking for songs, and then deleting the stuff that isn't worth keeping around. So I find a lot of enjoyment in that. I find a lot of enjoyment in all my older sports collectibles that I've collected when I was young, and I like to surround myself with that kind of stuff. And then that that kind of stuff is what I started with when we started our eBay store. We started with a sports memorabilia collection auction that we did. All the listings were auctions on eBay, and we made a woman a bunch of money. And she had no idea what she had when we took on the job. We had no idea what she had, but she had some really iconic pieces. The one that comes to mind is the Dick Butkus helmet, which was his practice helmet, which he also wore in a NFL Pro Bowl, which they used to call the All-Star Game. And until we listed it and people started to tell us more about what they thought it was, did we realize what we actually had. If I recall, that helmet sold for about $10,000. And it was a really great experience with people on eBay helping us find out what we had after we had already put it up. I mean, we were happy with what we were going to make from it from the get-go, because I think our reserve was $500, and right in like 10 minutes somebody had already met the reserve price. So it was a really interesting experience. After somebody puts a bid on an item, you can't really change a lot in the listing, but we were able to just keep adding information into the description of the item, which kind of started a snowball effect between several buyers, and they were telling us what we had. We were adding to it because we knew a little bit about who the guy was who had it in his collection, and so it all made sense. All the information we were getting all made sense and stuff like that. So hopefully next time we come back with another video, it will be a video about some sports memorabilia that I have picked up, and I'm going to try and sell before the holidays hit, make some money off of that. So as for now, we'll see you next time on the next video. Bye now.